And we're back here. Ethan's laughing for some reason while he's counting, struggling to count. Ethan's first day running the show, folks.
Counting backwards isn't Ethan's forte, is it?
Use your fingers. Five, 4. Then you do the last ones like this, and then you point. How they do it?
Except for we can't see him.
Yeah, that's true. We can't see him. He's behind a wall over there as well. Robert says McCann is probably the closest the Diamondbacks have as a leader. He goes probably maybe the most vocal. Yeah, you would expect a center to be more of that type of a player. I just don't know how that reach goes though throughout the whole team, right? Like Marte's not listening to McCann. I don't think Marte listens to anybody, to be honest with you, as well. But then Autumn says, "I'm in. Let's go." To go to Vegas on Sunday for the game.
Yeah.
He's always in for something like that. I don't know, man. Cardinals practice that Sunday. I might want to go watch quarterbacks throw balls into buckets or something, Dale.
When do you get your suite or your highfalutin practice session?
Okay. This is how stupid the Cardinals are.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk other things before we get into the Jacoby Brissett and that stuff. I guess I shouldn't say stupid, but they have a season ticket day this coming up this Sunday, and I get an email. I have 4 tickets, which means generally I have 4 people that can come.
Right.
And they email me and go, "You can reserve you and a guest 2 tickets for Sunday." I'm like, "Well, great. I have 4 tickets. So now you're making me choose between people to go?" Oh, thank you so much, Cardinals, for allowing me to bring 2 people to the private club level event on Sunday. Oh, you're so generous, Cardinals. Thank you for taking my expensive money out of my bank account every month. Thank you, Cardinals. Oh, the Cardinals are so great. I buy 4 tickets and they're allowing me 2 people to come to this special club level event. How can I live without you, Arizona Cardinals? You guys are so amazing.
Wow, I didn't mean to hit. I didn't know.
I know it's been bothering me, and I haven't said anything.
Right.
Only 2. You want to go 2 tickets? You get the. I think they phrased. I should find the email. They phrased it like, "We are willing to grant you 2 tickets to the event," and I'm like, "Oh my God, really? A whole 2? Oh my God, Cardinals, you guys are amazing. How can we live without your generosity, sir? Oh my God." Oh, you. My God, it's beautiful. They're allowing me to bring 2 people. This organization, I swear to God.
Well, what is entailed in this?
Oh, I don't know.
Food and drink.
I'm sure we have to pay double, probably. We have to pay double on the food.
free nachos. You can sample stuff.
No, this is the event where you want me to bring a bunch of people that'll go, "Oh, I got to get season tickets. This is so amazing."
Right.
Yeah. Not the Cardinals. We need to restrict who comes into this thing. It's a club. It's a season ticket holder day. So I don't know what all entailed. I don't really care. It's just more of the fact that they emailed me acting like they're doing me a favor. No, you made it actually more difficult, clowns. Because I have 4 tickets. So 4 people will want to go, clowns. So you made it actually my life more difficult. But don't worry about it. As long as you guys aren't inconvenienced. You guys keep doing what you're doing. Studs. You guys got this. I should look up this email. Welcome to the second hour of the main event, by the way. We did take our top of the hour break, right? Dale's got me so fired up now.
Yeah, I did.
I forgot about it.
Just a simple question.
I know. Well, it's been bothering me. I wasn't going to talk about it. Then you brought it up. Hey, follow us on excuse me. Follow us on YouTube, TME Media AZ. Catch us on demand on YouTube as well as over on Rumble for those of you on demand. For those of you that do not like YouTube, on Rumble, including the Real Matrix over there as well that we're looking at. Okay. Oh, that's the Rattlers game. Okay, never mind. I'm having a stroke over here just thinking about how the Cardinals were nice enough to give. Oh, the overlords of the Arizona Cardinals. It is interesting, though, what's happening in the NFL, Dale.
What's that?
Training camp has started,
Yeah.
and we find out Kyle Shanahan was in a serious car accident
Yes.
11 days before the 25th, and they kept it quiet. Media people left and right kept it quiet, didn't investigate it and stuff to that effect. I've even seen some reports where the San Francisco, you know how you can, there's ways to hear police calls and stuff, scanners and stuff like that. There's actually websites that do it. There was nothing on these websites or anything until the Niners announced that Kyle Shanahan was in an accident, going to miss training camp or blow out of training camp. Then all of a sudden they all started popping up on there.
Right.
Then the 49ers don't announce it. Fine, it was an accident. I get it. You don't want to announce it. Whatever. I don't know why you want to keep it a secret. Like everybody's like, we shouldn't have to worry about it. Dude, it's public, man. We should know about serious injuries to the head coach and stuff to that. Like, why would you sit on that quietly? I don't get it.
Well,
I don't get it.
It's an accident. It's serious.
You go, Kyle Shanahan was in a serious accident. He's okay. He's got bumps and bruises. He's going to miss. Why couldn't you announce this 11, 12, 13 days ago?
That doesn't make any sense.
Unless you're trying to hide something.
Yes. That's immediately where you go to.
Absolutely. But then it gets weirder. They announce it, I think it was Friday. They announced it on Friday. It was Friday or Saturday. They announced it at noon. 12:01, Adam Schefter has a 80-character, mess tweet put out. Like 12:05 or something, ESPN has this big old article out with details, Dale. Details. Dude, the NFL sat on this. The Niners sat on this. The local media didn't want to report on it because they would be banned. We talk all the time and tell you guys all the time how the Cardinals keep people in check with their reporting and stuff is because you'll get kicked out, right? It's all across the NFL. They can control it. And now ESPN sat on it and was given the information early so they could do all their numbers stuff. 1 minute later, folks, I get information to my inbox or I get texted something. It takes me longer than a minute to type something out and get it out. Maybe Adam Schefter's a genius compared to me. But he also had inside info. He had time to get inside info after they announced it. My argument on this is ESPN and NFL. ESPN bought NFL Network and stuff like that, and the NFL owns 10% of ESPN.
Yes.
It's to control the narrative.
That's what I saw some of that over the weekend.
It's to control the narrative. It's going to get worse. We're going to see less. It's going to get to players at some point. It's going to get to players at some point where players are going to get into trouble or whatever. And it's not going to be reported about for months later. Just like this. This is like the trial balloon here. Now, coaches aren't watched as much as players are and stuff like that. But only reason we find out about it as players is because people hear their calls. People find them on the scanners. People, see videos or something to that effect. This looks like it was hidden from everybody.
Well, doesn't the police department make a statement? Hey, there was a serious car crash involving.
When was the last time they didn't? All of a sudden, Kyle Shanahan's kept quiet.
So immediately you go, was he under the influence?
There's no reason to keep something like this quiet. Matter of fact, if I was a 49ers fan, you don't have to have it out that day. But you want to know, Kyle Shanahan, is he okay? Is he all right? I want to send him flowers. They kept it secret. Only reason they even announced it was because training camp started and he's not going to be there. That's my problem here is why keep this a secret? But that's happening around the NFL right now, which kind of raises your eyebrows a little bit.
Yeah.
Check this out. Wake up this morning. Eric Bieniemy's wife. What? Back home in Virginia?
Yeah.
She was shot at their home in Virginia this morning? On top of it? What? A person was being treated for serious injury. We find out about Eric Bieniemy's wife the morning of, but Kyle Shanahan, it takes 11 days for somebody to be told about it?
That is interesting.
Hmm.
Because again, I guess I just have a simple mind. I don't delve deep into that. I mean, other than
Well, conspiracy theory Steve comes out on this stuff.
yeah, but it makes sense because other than Shanahan doing something wrong,
Why keep it a secret?
right?
Car accidents happen all the time. We found out about Eric Bieniemy's wife, which she reportedly seems to be okay. She has serious injuries. She reportedly is going to be okay. Eric Bieniemy's wife, Dale, we find out about. Not somebody related to the, not the Chiefs themselves. And I'm not demeaning her, but I'm saying it's his wife. He might have to miss a few days, obviously. Go back home, check on her, stuff like that. But it's not somebody within the organization. And we find out about that almost immediately. Kyle Shanahan, 11 days later before anybody finds out about it? What?
That is interesting, Steve.
First of all, hope she's all right, obviously, in whatever they do. Then the
Yeah.
Commanders fire their tight ends coach, Ben Steele, who was just hired this offseason, no less. What? That doesn't happen. What do you have to do to get fired right before training camp starts when you were just hired?
Well, this one looks like a DWI charge.
Is that what it is?
People dug back in like early
How long
June,
ago was that DWI
early
charge?
June.
You fired him for that? God, he needs to work for the Cardinals. He would have got a pay raise. Months off.
Wow.
Allowed to suck at his job like Keim did?
Yeah, actually June 7th.
Okay, so that goes. But did we hear about that? No.
No.
Okay, so I didn't know on
Wow.
that.
Tight end coach.
Yeah, I mean, nowhere as important as the head coach. Really, that what it was. So he gets fired. Your favorite person in the world, my buddy, the troublemaker himself, the Tasmanian Devil, as I like to call him, Potvia, signed a 3-year, $3.1 million deal with the Baltimore Ravens as an undrafted free agent. Cut before training camp. They were like, "We're tired of your shenanigans. Get out of here." That's a big deal. That's a big deal as well. I just don't get it, man. It's just weird things are afoot at the Circle K. It Tails like what? Don't tell me you don't get a. Don't tell me you don't get a. I almost said Beavis and Butthead. That's not it. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure reference.
I haven't seen that.
What?
Haven't seen that.
Yeah. Treacherous things are afoot at the Circle K, Ted.
No, that is going to be an interesting sidelight to keep an eye on.
Yeah, it's going to
this
get
year.
worse.
How much influence does NFL have over ESPN?
Adam Schefter was fed the information beforehand and told not to report on it until the announcement's done. And you can release it at 12:01. And he did it. Absolutely. That's not good, folks. And the local media sat on it. One of the local media, PFF, went after one of the local Niners for the San Francisco Standard, I think is where he works for. I'm not going to name him because they went after him and stuff. And he's like, I only knew about 15% of it. That's your job, though, to investigate that stuff. Contact the police. Talk to them. Contact the medics out there. Visit the scene. What cars were there? Oh, y'all know what Shanahan drives. By the way, it's one of the cars that was in the wreck. Just so you know. Here's the other side of it. Brendan Ayuk filmed himself speeding, through those areas. Raises questions, doesn't it? I just don't get why it has to be quiet. And why the NFL. But it goes to my bigger point other than that. My bigger point is y'all gamble on the NFL. A lot of people do. A lot of you live and die with the NFL, folks. You're going to get less and less information from them. They're buying these media entities. They're buying into them. And it's getting less and less and less. Information's going to be funneled out. It's already less. If you notice, most local reporters don't break news that follow the teams.
Very few.
It's national, guys. There's a reason for that. It's going to get less and less and less. Before we get into more NFL stuff, I called him Joe Lenardi earlier. Was what I was jokingly going into, but it's Michael Lombardi. And this has a pro aspect to it as well, but it has to do with North Carolina football. They hired him as the general manager. Bill Belichick went there as the head coach and stuff like that. Michael Lombardi's been traveling all over the world to Dubai and everything, trying to, get funding for North Carolina sports teams and stuff to that effect. You wake up this morning and he's been placed on paid administrative leave, the school announced. They said that the university noted the standard procedure dictates that no details relating to the move to be made public. It goes to that silence thing I'm talking about. And he's paid administratively on top of it. What did he do to get paid administrative leave, Dale?
Well,
conspiracy theorists.
Yeah, you're saying that, but according to ESPN, North Carolina announced Monday that Lombardi's leave is effective immediately, but did not disclose any other details. The school's decision stems from a human resources complaint filed by a former North Carolina front office employee.
Yeah. Here's my point. He's doing shady stuff with somebody is what he was doing. That's why they have to keep it quiet. If he was breaking rules, you don't have to keep that quiet. You run to the front of that. Like we've learned from all the organizations. Oh, we were doing this with I don't mean to sound like dirty or nothing, but we were doing this for, we were breaking the rules this way. Let's put it that way. We were paying a kid this way and we shouldn't have been or whatever. You find out about that because they want to get in front of it. When you're doing shenanigans behind the scenes of some sort, you keep that quiet as possible.
Yeah, see, I don't, him flying around to Dubai and whatever, trying to raise money, things like that.
That's his job.
I don't think there's anything illegal about that.
That was his job.
Yeah.
But paid administrative leave tells me they're investigating some serious charge against him.
Yeah.
And they don't have enough right now to unload him. They have enough to suspend him, but not enough to cancel the contract or whatever. Michael Lombardi's been fired from everywhere. He's not a good dude and stuff like that. But what is happening in this world today, man? And it all stands like all NFL guys. You mean to tell me this Bill Belichick, somebody put in the comments on one of the sites I saw, somebody put, well, at least, what was he, trouncing around with a 24-year-old? Meaning Bill Belichick.
Yeah, but that 24-year-old wants to be with Bill Belichick.
We don't know that. Maybe there's, something going on. We don't know. We don't know what's happening. So that's happening on that side. So I don't know what's happening. Now, that's an NFL. That's a college story, but it has to wrap around the NFL because obviously NFL ties with them. And, they were going to be the university that set the program, and you come here because we're going to send you to the NFL. Okay. How's that working? My point is he's also been failing as a general manager. He's got none of that money that he's been trying to get and everything, and over there, and he's struggled to be successful at places that he was at and stuff like that. And then Dale, before we get to what we're going to talk about, because the amount of disgust toward the Bidwells for this Jacoby Brissett thing, and then Jacoby didn't help himself over.
But before you get into that,
oh yeah, well I want to talk something else first. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, because I wanted another thing in college football. Did you see where this Ward Manuel, the Michigan AD?
Yes, his golden parachute.
He gets $7.14 to walk away.
Oh, it gets worse though. Yeah, then he gets monthly stipends. He gets to keep football tickets and everything, and he's quitting, but he gets. Oh, he's basically been fired, but he gets, in his record, it gets to say that he quit in December. He's being forced out because of all the shenanigans going on.
He gets Michigan tickets, and he has golf privileges. The university agreed to make a $108,000 contribution to his retirement account.
Every month.
Pays, it just said one.
Oh, I thought it was every month.
No, I think it's $108,000.
Oh, I thought it was every month.
And pays attorney fees of $82,000.
Yeah. You're making $7 million. Shouldn't it cover future payments and stuff?
You can join your own golf club.
Yeah, why? I don't get it, man. Pay the guy to go away if you have to per the contract,
right,
and everything. But why all the additional stuff? No, I don't get that either.
Yeah.
That happened over the weekend. I'm baffled. And then he's getting fired,
Yep.
and they're like, "Oh, we'll just put down that you left on your own."
No restrictions. He can.
He ain't
another
gonna-
Big Ten
He
team
ain't gonna
wants
be.
to hire him.
He's not gonna be an athletic director anywhere else.
I don't think
He
so.
was personally He was I shouldn't say that. He was there with
And a lot of
everything
stuff.
happening, including the last head coach Sharon's incident.
Yes.
And there's been those stuff before that. He is, and it's not just the football program, basketball program. I think it was track and field program. Also, there's multiple sports that had problems under his tenure as well. But I don't get that. Yeah, hey, we want you to go away. We'll pay you $7 million just to leave us. Yeah, but I want all this other stuff.
I want a job like that.
I've always said, man, I got to become an NFL head coach.
Jeez.
Sign that deal and just win one game and just look terrible. Then you got to pay me for the next 4 years while I sit at home with my feet up, watching you suck because of what hole I dug you in. I guess I should ask this. Ethan says there's a transformer fire down the road across Oak, which is right down the road we are. Does that mean we still have power and stuff, so we're good, I guess? Because we've had that happen here before in the show. Remember the old days when
Yeah.
power would go out? We'd be like, "What?" They'd be like, "Oh, big explosion,"
Yeah.
and you're part of it. But before we get to the Jacoby situation, LeBron James to the 76ers for cheap, 2-year deal, $8 million deal.
Yeah.
He's making like $3.8 million this year. He gave the 70. I told you last week, I said he's going to announce his team, and then he's going to announce he's retiring after this, which is what he did for the most part. But your thoughts on LeBron James choosing the Philadelphia 76ers? It's a surprise to me. It was a surprise to me until I remembered who's on the 76ers team on paper.
You know, all the talk seemed to be about Cleveland, Miami. Obviously, Cleveland for the, running back again. He's from Cleveland, blah, blah, blah. Miami obviously has Giannis and some talent down there.
No, I got rid of a lot of it too.
And I didn't hear a whole lot about Philly. Now, again,
I heard rumors.
It's the old on paper.
Yeah.
If they all stay healthy.
LeBron James, Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid.
On paper, yes. Seems like it's a pretty challenging team that could play with anybody in the league.
Joel Embiid last year officially has missed more games in his career than he's played in. That happened last year with his injuries. Jaylen Brown stays healthy. I think Tyrese Maxey does for the most part as well. But LeBron doesn't, right, from that. But he gave him a deal. There's talent on this team. Like I looked up. I just looked up people that with the way they were talking and stuff like that, in the East on what people are expecting. The 76ers shot up as a favorite to win, or at least make the championship game, right? The final and everything, with obviously adding LeBron James. I'll say this about LeBron. Say what you want about him. He makes it about himself. It's disgusting. Nobody likes it. I get it. Give the guy credit, man. He knows how to put a team together on paper.
Well, you look at Joel Embiid. 2021, 22, 68 games. 22, 23, 66. 23, 24, 39. 24, 25, 19. 25, 26, 38 games
Yeah,
played.
and he made it back for the playoffs and all that stuff. Yeah, they were a good, decent team in the playoffs last year. They made a run.
Yeah.
With Joel Embiid coming back. I'll put it this way: I saw NBA.com, and I think ESPN did as well. I don't remember what the Athletic had. Obviously, everybody has the Knicks favored.
Yeah,
as the best team in the East. Everybody pretty much has moved the 76ers to the number 2 spot over the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Well, you wonder, does it the thing that did Joel and LeBron talk? Is Joel committed to playing 65 games this year in the playoffs?
Well, in Embiid's I don't think Embiid's one of those guys that takes time off because he's not. I think Embiid misses games because he has serious injuries.
Oh.
I don't think he's maybe a little bit, but he's not. He's not a Kawhi Leonard where he's just like, I need 2 weeks off. Tired.
He's 7'1", big guys with leg injuries.
He legitimately gets hurt and has to miss a ton of time. Because otherwise he wouldn't have set out the end of that regular season last year and then come back for the playoffs. He would have ramped up to it and he couldn't do it and stuff like that. But so the 76ers have ranked up there as well. And like you said, I mean, last year they were 45-37. I'm not sure LeBron improves them that much, to be honest with you.
Well, they also have Jaylen Brown, remember?
Well, that's true. I forgot. I really like Jaylen Brown takes a lot of crap because like Jason Tatum's team and stuff.
Yeah.
But I like Jaylen Brown a lot.
Him and LeBron together? And say what you want about LeBron, he's still at 19,000 years old. He's still a 20-point-a-night guy.
I'll say this about LeBron: the fact that he signed a 2-year deal for $8 million, he's only making like $3.8 million this year, tells me he knows he's going in there to take a back seat.
Yeah, and he wants a chance to win again.
Yeah, I think he's there for the championship.
Right.
I think he's there to buy the deal and stuff like that. So, look, it's just, can they stay healthy? Now, is the Knicks and or the 76ers or Cleveland, are they better than any team in the East or in the West? I know the Knicks just won it. I get that. But does the 76ers automatically vault above the Oklahoma City or the Spurs, those types of teams? I'm not too sure they do that, but that's why you play the game. The Knicks just won it, and I didn't think the Knicks really had a chance. So,
no,
it'd be interesting to see. But LeBron doing LeBron things. I'm just glad the national nightmare is over. He just holds everybody hostage the whole time. And his agent, it went right up to the decision. Went right up to the decision, guys. He couldn't make up his mind. But right up to that edge before he decided where he was going to go. Shut up.
Well, at least now we know the national TV game schedule can come out.
How many 76ers games we're going to be watching this year? How many? LeBron didn't play that many games last couple years either. He's had hip and ankles and.
Got to rest that body, Steve. I mean, can you imagine playing at your age?
Well, not just that, but I mean, he's been playing since he was 18, right? In the NBA. So it's not the miles, it's the age. Well, plus he's, 38, I think now? Coming up here?
No, he's 42.
Is he 42? Oh.
Let's see here.
38.
Yeah, it's weird to see. I just pulled him up. Philadelphia 76ers small forward. Last year,
he looked weird in the 70s. Everybody can AI, he looked weird in his 76er. That blue jersey, I was like, ugh, that doesn't look right.
Last year, he played 60 games. Year before, 70. Year before, 71. So there are a couple years where he played 55, 56, 45. So he seems to be in the 60 to 70 game range.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, no, he gets injuries. Like last year, I get my years confused now. Had an injury that they were like, he might not make it back in time. Yeah. So, okay. This trend needs to stop. I'm going to change subjects again here. Calais Campbell's mom was just unfortunately, lost her life. Calais Campbell's brother was, arrested for it.
Right.
Coming out now, Elijah Bieniemy, 27-year-old son of Eric Bieniemy, was arrested for allegedly shooting his mother multiple times Sunday night at their Virginia home. Why is this trend happening lately? Why is family members...
Does it say how old the kid is?
27.
Wow. What'd you do? Say no, you can't have another $100,000? Or
27-year-old? Eric Bieniemy doesn't make that much money.
I bet she's a couple $1 million for the last 20 years.
You might be right. It's been consistent over the years. You might be right on that. Yeah. Yeah. What's going on with this situation?
That is weird. Well, and then Rob Reiner and his wife
you can just put it in the entertainment side. What is happening in this world? I'm just giving up, man. I'm giving up on this world. Is Mars available yet? Elon. I got to call Elon. Is Mars up yet? Is Mars available?
Maybe
Yeah.
you should send Ethan in for evaluation. LeBron James, 41 years old.
Yeah, why
He'll
did I say
turn
38?
42 on December
Yeah, it's
30th.
coming. It's this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
He's not that much younger than you, Steve.
No, I was just when he went to, was it his first year when he played the Spurs in the NBA Finals and got swept? I was in Cleveland for that. I was at a bowling alley when they clinched that sweep there and everything. I was in Cleveland for a work thing, so it had been 99 or so because I just graduated college. If I was in Cleveland for that work event, yeah. So how old was I when I graduated college? 21.
Well, how old are you right now?
48. Oh, I can't do that kind of math. 49. I'm 49. Dang it. Dang it, I'm 49.
You're 49?
49.
48.
And I turned 50 this February. Yeah,
Oh,
that's it.
I'm sure Ethan's already planning your big 50.
Oh my God, I saw Ethan over the weekend going through my will.
Wow.
Come on back, folks. We've got to talk. I'm excited. Jacoby's in there. Takes the onus out. Like I said, the quarterback position, I'm not worried about this. It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
And again, we'll talk.
Yeah. Come on back, folks. We have things to talk about. And we're back here having some fun here on this Monday. And I've been joking around. I don't really want to talk about this. And it's only because, it's the Cardinals. And one good thing happens. And it's also a negative that happens as well, right? With the Cardinals out there. Did you see over the weekend? Now they're off today. Well, they're doing stuff today, but practice doesn't happen again until tomorrow.
Yeah, it's been just a brutal start to camp.
It's been a brutal 3 days to start the camp, right? You know how that is. You used to come in with pillows and stuff too. When you were at the
By
Cowboys.
now, we were beat to crap.
Did you see? I saw Marvin Harrison went up and I saw a ball thrown his way over the weekend. I remember if it was Saturday or Sunday, and right through his hands.
Really?
Right through his hands. Yeah, it was like whoop. And then I saw he made a catch and came down with the ball, showing some discomfort on the sideline. Now, he might have knocked the air out of him or something, but it was with his, his ribs or his stomach area. Hopefully hopefully he didn't break a rib or something. I don't think it's that, but he had some discomfort on that sideline at the end of practice. Yeah, it was yesterday because they have today off. And then everybody said, he didn't do anything after that. So something to watch. Everybody's watching Marv. I'll put it this way. Everybody's paying attention to Marv this year. I was even seeing some people were saying Wilson could win that X role, that X spot that this team has,
right,
instead of him. And if you move him from an X to a Z or something, I mean, you can talk more about the X's and O's of football, but that's a big difference between the primary receiver and the third receiver.
Yep.
And the Z's the third receiver, folks, on the team. Most teams that you look at.
Well, it's really fascinating you say that because I've seen a lot of stuff about the Cowboys on Twitter where they'll have or even sometimes on Facebook, like they'll have a snippet or, a condensed version of our game against the 49ers.
Yeah.
And one of them was in that 92 game. I didn't know this. The offensive lineman didn't know that Michael and Alvin Harper would flip sometimes.
It depends on the certain plays, though, right?
I think the way that they made it sound like anytime Michael wanted to.
Oh, really?
And so
was that to get off the defenders, or was that for?
It was to give them a different look, or
you run different routes. An X and a Z route are two completely different routes.
But in this particular play, the big play that Alvin Harper got late in the game, 80 yard out of the shadow of our goal post down to their goal post.
I remember that.
That was supposed to be Michael's ball.
Really? And Michael switched out.
Michael switched because Alvin had been catching passes earlier in the game on that route. And it literally interviews Michael because he he just sprinted out, lined up at Alvin's position. So then Alvin has to go over to where Michael would have lined up. And sure enough, and Troy, then they have Troy talking. Well, the thing is, if they had lined up originally like they're supposed to, that the coverage wouldn't have been the same.
Well, that's the difference. That's what I was asking you. It changes the coverage.
Yes, they're going to kick a safety over to Michael and things like that.
That's what I was asking. Yeah. Were the receivers keen enough where Michael was like, I'm getting double teamed over here on this position,
right?
And I'm the main receiver, so Troy's having to check down a lot. So if I go to this side of it and go to the Z route or the Y route, whatever you want to say, and he goes over to that, and he goes, let's see what the coverage does there. Maybe Michael will be able to get, or Troy will be able to get the ball.
He just wanted the ball. He was not thinking he was going to go 80 yards with it.
Yeah.
And thank goodness he did, because that's what happened. I mean, Alvin Harper caught the ball, but it has Michael sitting there watching him run, and he starts running behind him, and he goes, "That's my ball. That's my ball." Pretty funny,
because they generally don't. Now you'll flip the like an X receiver. You'll flip the way the plays ran. So you might normally have the X on the right side. You might move them to the left side.
Right.
But too often receivers don't switch what they're supposed to do. You're just always that receiver.
Yeah.
Then there's certain plays you can be, a Z receiver and you know it, but the play's not destined for you, whatever. But I guess in LaFleur's system, from what I've been reading and looking into as I'm delving into it and getting in the weeds, his system runs through the X receiver. Meaning that's your first look.
Right.
And then you spear it out from that point and stuff like that. But just fascinating. Now it's camp, Jeremiah Love.
It's early.
Jeremiah Love is doing what we expect Jeremiah Love to do. He's dominating out of the running backs, right now as well. So, we're hearing all the right stuff. I've heard Carson Beck's had a tough camp, which is expected for a rookie. He's trying to learn the playbook, live system. He has defenders now trying to defend, right, to make the team and stuff to that effect. Guys getting into shape, so you expect him to struggle a little bit. Gardner Minshew's look good, but he's been running the offense all off season.
Yep.
Jacoby Brissett, I know when they talked to him after he signed, I have one clip for you, which this team in opening their mouths, let's just put it that way. But Jacoby Brissett was like, I don't know this offense at all. I've got to buckle down and win at this and figure it out and do stuff.
Right.
He was then working with the seconds. LaFleur did said Jacoby will be running with the ones starting tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
So now that he's signed, he's the one quarterback whatsoever, which tells you how long he's been the starter. Which brings us up to the point we got to talk about. Cardinals sign him $15.5 million for Jacoby Brissett. I told you guys 2 weeks ago. I'm hearing the numbers $15 million. Last week, Chuck Harris, friend of the program, he reported $15 million. About the same time I did. Local savant who breaks everything on 98.7 in the afternoons, he reported last week $15 million. And he signs for 15.5. It's been 15 all along, folks. Why are you arguing with the guy for 15? I said that all along. If it's 10 to 15, why are you not closing this deal up?
Well, and
it's the price you go for a lower end starting quarterback.
And we both agreed on that. If it's 15, 16, do it.
Yeah, without playing 1 year deal. So there's no implications after this year whatsoever.
No, he's going to get his $15 million, and they start Carson Beck in the last 6 games or whatever. But I guess my only question would be, was Brissett asking for over 20 to start off with?
The reason why you have to question that, we don't know, but the reason why you have to question that is because with incentives, he can go up to $21 million.
Yeah.
So was that the negotiation? He wanted 20. That we don't know yet.
Right.
Will we find out? I don't know.
But if it was 15 all along, you sign him in April, so he goes through the program.
What I don't know, when I was told 15, and I'm sure the other guys were told 15, that was right as camp was starting.
Right.
So it was like, all right, are we all hearing 15? Because I know other people heard 15 as well. They weren't reporting it publicly. I do know that for a fact because they couldn't verify it. That's why I said I'm hearing 15. Right. I didn't tell you guys it was 15 because that's just because I didn't verify it. I have nobody to verify it with. Mark Dalton ain't verifying it with me. Michael Bidwell ain't verifying it with me. So
Yeah, what about the wife of the general manager?
the mom.
Yeah.
I won't see her
Oh, the
till the
mom.
game start.
Oh, I thought you guys exchanged phone numbers.
No, I'm not that bold.
Okay.
She's Autumn's friend.
Well, Autumn could exchange it. Just say, hey, just because we're friends, and then make a phone call.
That's weird. I feel bad.
Hey,
Moms.
well, what's your son saying about this whole Brissett situation?
Interesting enough, I told you I don't think they necessarily talk in depth about it because
No.
last year I made a comment about because the dad was there and the dad's like this gruff, grandpa, type of a guy, just and super nice guy, but he's just a gruff dude. And he said something to me, and I go, "Oh," he goes, "We'll see you next year." And I go, "Will we?" And he goes, "Good question. Wish I knew." And I was like, "They don't talk at all." His reaction was generally, "Oh shoot, you might be right." And if they were having conversations, he would know. If he was safe or
Well,
not.
I'm going to tell you this because as a kid, I think I've told you before my rookie contract.
Mm-hmm.
I held out for 3 days.
Yes.
I didn't know what a holdout was. I didn't know why. I didn't understand why I was holding out.
Would you try it for like $30,000 or something like that?
No. So what it was back then,
Mhm.
as a drafted rookie, you signed a 3-year deal with a 4th-year option at the team option. Well, the 4th year was automatically 125%
That's what. Yeah.
of what your 3rd-year salary was.
Yes.
And so my agent was holding out for a little bit more on the signing bonus and more on the 3rd year, so that if they chose to keep me, my 4th year would be more.
Yeah.
And I'm staying with my parents, and they're seeing the numbers. And
so you were sharing with your parents what you were
right.
Okay.
The last time I did that,
Yeah.
Because
after that,
because my dad was beside himself. He's a mailman who's making whatever he's making.
You were negotiating probably his yearly salary.
Yeah, and holding out.
Yeah.
And
for an additional amount, by the way.
Yes.
It's not like that was what you were making. That was like, well, no, I'm asking for this much more.
Right.
And you're already making more than he's
they've offered, yeah.
Yeah.
And, all at the end of 4 years, all told, that 3-day holdout probably made me an extra $50,000.
Yeah.
Because I got more in the signing bonus, got more in 3rd year, which means I got more in 4th year. But for those 3 days, my dad every day is like, well, when's your flight? And I'm like, we haven't agreed yet.
Why aren't you at work yet?
Yeah.
Why aren't you at work yet? You going to work today?
Yeah.
Need a ride? I'll give you a ride.
Yeah, but that was the last time I ever talked to my dad.
After that, you claimed ignorance?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and you're right on that. But that's what I'm saying. That's my evidence. He doesn't sit down and talk to his parents about that stuff because, it was genuine surprise when I said that to him, and he was like, "You might be right," And I was like, "Oh," I remember we walked off, and I looked at him, and was like, "He has no idea what's going on with him," and stuff like that. It is an interesting way to live life, that's for sure. His parents live in Minnesota. I'm sure it's okay. I just let that out. They come out here for certain games, and
well, I don't give away their address, or you and Autumn aren't going up there to spend Thanksgiving.
No, because they go up there in the wintertime. Who does that?
Yeah, that's not smart.
Yeah, they're like literally they're leaving, and his mom was like, "We're going back home," and I'm like, "It's December.
Yeah.
What? What's wrong with you?"
All right.
So Jacoby Brissett. But here's the question: 15.5 chance to get to 21 million. What was the argument over? Why did it take 7 months to do?
Unless Jacoby was asking for 21 million guaranteed. 25 million guaranteed.
Well, I don't think we know the guarantee and stuff yet, right? We don't know any of that.
Well, 15 is guaranteed.
15 is guaranteed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which again,
it just goes to the perception.
They have that money under the cap, though. Because the other thing I was saying,
that's what I mean.
And if he's wanting a 2-year deal with some guaranteed money next year, that's an absolute no.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. No, his deal is for 1-year deal. Yeah. But that's the thing. Maybe he was asking for 2 years.
Yeah.
So he has something next year and stuff to that effect. So maybe he was, if you're going to give me a 1-year deal, well, you pay me more this year to go out there and get my brains beat in and try to win games for you when we all know we're not going to win a ton of games. I think the Cardinals are winning 5 games this year, by the way.
Well, then you got to take the over, Steve.
I already did.
You
I
did.
did it 2 weeks ago.
Go ahead with your bad self.
We'll talk more about that coming up here. But that's just the argument. That's what you got to do. And then everybody online, because this is what the Cardinals did, and Jacoby Brissett to a certain extent. They argued over this. So you have the anti-Jacoby. He ain't worth it. He only won 1 game last year.
Yeah.
He ain't worth it. Why are you letting this guy hold you hostage? Just go with Gardner Minshew and Carson Beck and Slovis and move on with their lives. Cut him now. You have people that went hard into that camp. Then you got people on the side of the camp, but pay him a starting wage. I'll put it this way. If it wasn't Jacoby Brissett, if you named Gardner Minshew, let's say you cut Jacoby Brissett and said, Gardner Minshew, you're our starter. You think Gardner Minshew is going to be happy making $7 million as a starter? Folks, I got news for you. He's going to come back asking for 15 to 20 because that's the going rate for a starting quarterback.
A low tier.
end.
Yeah.
Geno Smith, I said last week, was it 19 or 19?
Yeah.
That's the going rate. So you don't think Gardner Minshew would have been like, oh, I'm your starter? Well, you need to bump my pay up before the season. It's one thing to become the starter in the middle of the season. It's another going into the season with it. The Cardinals messed up because they named him the starter months ago. That's where they messed up. Gave him the leverage at that point to do this. It's just, what are you doing? So now you've divided the fan base on top of it, Dale. The amount of people when he signed this, ripping Michael Bidwell for delaying it for only this amount and only this deal was amazing. The amount of people that were ripping him for giving into Jacoby Brissett and giving him a pay raise was amazing. And this is just what I talk about with the Cardinals. You just sit here with the 2 tickets, you have 4 and you pay an astronomical amount for 4, but we're only going to give you 2 to the Sunday deal with season ticket. We're going to show you how much you mean to us as season ticket holders. Only you and somebody else can come.
They don't want it to be overflowing with people. They want you to
Nobody's
be
showing up to this
comfortable.
garbage. I'm pretty sure of it. So it's just the perception of how you treat people and that stuff. And you gave your fan base more reasons to not like you moving forward. And that's what I don't understand what they do. I don't understand at all. I'm happy Jacoby's in. I think Jacoby's the best chance they've got to win games early in the year. I would even argue Gardner Minshew probably. But again, it's almost one of those things where you let Jacoby Brissett start like the first 5 games. Then you go to Minshew for 5 games because I feel like they can win 2 out of 5 games, both of them. So you have 2 to 5 with Brissett, 2 to 5 with Minshew. You have 4 wins right there. And then you can decide from there what you want to do. If you want to see Beck or whatever. It's almost like we got to do that. But it just goes to the whole perception side of it. And then Jacoby Brissett. Ethan, turn this volume up. We might have to play it a couple times here. Jacoby Brissett goes to the podium after he signs. He's going to start with the starters tomorrow. He's got to learn the offense. Completely different. I think he'll fit in good with this offense. I do. But he goes to the podium, and it says things like, hey, I don't know this offense. I've got to study harder now. I got to get out there. We got to practice and get this knocked out, blah, blah, blah. He said all the right things there. And I left the question here. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but he's asked about if he cares what the fan reaction is to him signing. Because it was super negative, at least on the social medias, of the Cardinals signing him for $15 million. The amount of fans that are upset about it, it was shocking to me. Here's Jacoby Brissett's response. I left the question in. You might not be able to hear it, though. Here we go.
About what?
The fact that holding out after going 1-11 for a team that struggled a year ago.
So what's the question?
What would you say to those folks?
Could care less. Deal got done.
I don't know, Dale. What's your opinion of that?
It's my money. I don't care. I don't care what you think.
I agree with because the day a player starts caring what the fan thinks is the day you're probably not in the NFL very long, right?
I would think so.
But then you sit there and you say that to people that are royally up in arms with pitchforks that Cardinals gave in to you.
What could he have said that would have made them be happy with it?
Well, they never would be happy. That's issue number one. But number two is you go, you know what? Deal got done. I'm excited to be in the camp. We won 1 game last year, and I'm looking forward. to this defense stopping some plays here in the fourth quarter
No,
next year.
because then you go, there he is, blame everybody else.
No, you just go, hey, I'm in camp now. I'm excited to get back out there. And obviously our goal is to go out there and compete for a playoff spot this year and win those fans over. That's how you answer.
By the way,
That's how you answer it, Dale.
when you talk about winning 2 of 5 and the 2 of 5, you know the Cardinals start off, they're at the Chargers.
Oh, yeah. Win.
Seahawks visit the Cardinals.
Win. Catch the Seahawks early with the offensive coordinator change.
And then they go to the 49ers.
Oh, win. Shanahan might not even be coaching at that point.
Yeah, by week 3.
Good
Yeah.
joke. He'll be there week 3. By the way, folks, I'm being sarcastic with my comment.
And then they go to the Giants.
Oh, that's a win. Jackson Dart.
And then they got the Lions coming in.
Fourth place team. They're garbage.
And then they're at the Rams.
Oh, yeah. That's week 6. They're giving away the championship rings from 2021. They'll be all hopped up on that. They won't even know what's happening.
And then Denver comes to State Farm Stadium.
Yeah, they're just gonna fall off.
And then the Cardinals go to the Dallas Cowboys on November 1st.
That's a win.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at that. Gardner Minshew
Now-
and Jacoby Brissett mixing it up.
Now, the one thing I would say about Jacoby Brissett, because I was of this thinking too, they won one of his 11 games that he started.
Yeah. You were on that bandwagon?
Well,
'Cause wasn't.
I did say that.
Okay. Well, it's a fact.
But at the end of the day, I remember us both coming in here when he took over for Kyler.
Mm-hmm.
The offense looked a lot better, looked more cohesive,
Yeah, it
big
flowed.
plays,
Mhm.
scored points.
Yes.
He can't do anything about stopping somebody, but
He
they
had,
did
he, had
score more
turno-
points.
he had turnovers late that they had the lead or
But
could have
he-
gone down to 1, and he threw turnovers and stuff that cost them games.
But he
I
also
know.
left the field his last
Yeah.
time on the field with a lead a
Yeah.
few times.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
couldn't close the deal.
I know the people, and I'm not knocking you if you do this. I mean, judge them however you want to. There's more to him than 1-11. That's why I'm fine with Jacoby Brissett going into the season
Yeah.
as the starter. Now you start 0-6. Time to look at somebody else because it's a 1-year deal. You're not tied to him. He's not your future.
Right.
Even if you throw Gardner Minshew in there for a few games, and if you go 0 for there, all right, now let's see what Carson Beck can do. But Carson Beck, if you're gonna throw him out there, it can't be the last 3 games of the year. You got to give him 9, 10 games, don't you? 8, 9, 10
Jacoby?
games? No, Beck. If you want to see what he can do, because you want to see how he takes the lumps, you want to see how he practices during the week. You want to get him into that mold and see if he improves. Even if you don't get the wins, he improves throughout it, right? So I'm not on that upset about Jacoby. Look, Jacoby Brissett and Gardner Minshew are what they are. They're glorified backups that can win you a few games while your
Right.
starter's out. That's all they are.
And-
And that's a great way to make a living. It's not a knock on them. If you're judging them to Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, yeah, they're not those guys. They'll tell you they're not those guys. But to say he's only won 1 game last year, so he doesn't deserve starting pay money, that's an asinine way to look at it. In the world of NFL football, it's an asinine way of looking at it. I get it. He does not deserve $15 million a year off of that in real life. But it's NFL football we're talking. It's like the whole Kyler thing when they signed him. Everybody's like, that's too much money. Well, that's the going rate for quarterbacks. So that's what you have to pay for.
And it's really not even the going rate for a
Jacoby.
mediocre starting quarterback. It's still below the lowest paid starter.
Yes.
And,
But he can get up there if he wants to. Yeah, but you have to be in the range.
Right. 15 million.
You
We
can't-
said
you-
it from day one.
You can't be at 5.
Well, we said it from day one. If it's 15 million, sign him now and let's go.
Yeah, he should have been here in the offseason. We literally twiddled our thumbs, lost precious times with him under the new system because you wanted to just fart around and end up right where you should have been. It's like that's my biggest thing. Like I went through this, I've gone through this with a lot of other entities like in my business life and stuff like that and things I deal with. Well, I literally will tell people, we know where we're going to end up at. So why don't we just go there now? And people will be like, no, we're not going to end up there. And 6 months later of heartache, pain, screaming, yelling, crying,
Hurt
arguing,
feelings.
you end up end up right in the back spot. And everybody's like, oh, here you go. I'm glad we got this deal done. Dude, we could have got this done 6 months ago and been happier for the last 6 months.
If it was actually for 15 million.
That's the thing we don't
Yeah.
know. That's the thing we don't know. But again, it goes to the perception.
Right.
If I was the Cardinals, I would have landed on any number but 15.
You'd have paid $1 million.
I would have been like, here, you get 16.
16.
Or you're getting 14, and we'll throw $1 million. If you start game one, we'll give you $1 million incentive, to get to that 15. Because it's just the perception. It looks like the Cardinals argued to get where they should have been the whole time.
That's
Get
the Cardinals.
out of your way. And then you got, and I get it. I get Jacoby saying he doesn't care. It doesn't bother him what the fans saying. He only won one game. I get it. He shouldn't care what the fans think. But again, the perception of it, Dale. You had a chance there to at least take a step with your hand out to the fans that don't want like you making this money. And instead you just were like, I don't care about you. Moving on. Right? It's just the perception of it. And then, right, you guys remember the clip. I played it. Busting with the Boys. It's one of the few sports podcasts I listen to regularly. It's got your boy on it, Luan, and everything. Will Compton. It's a little sophomoric for me at times, but they have great guests on there and they talk about it. But Trey McBride goes on that, and Trey McBride says, "Fans here are everywhere, from everywhere. We have the greatest fans here." Boy, was he walking that back over the weekend. I don't have the clip for you, but this is hopefully Trey McBride, because he's in the spotlight for the first time. He went to Colorado State, folks. When he was drafted, nobody cared. His first year wasn't that great. Go back and watch film. He was getting blown off the line on blocking and stuff to that effect. He's morphed into, if not the best tight end in the league, he's definitely top 2, right, in the league. So hopefully this is his first and last time not being savvy when he gets in front of people and talks to them. You don't insult your fan base, man. You just don't. No matter if you feel that way. You say positive things, Jacoby and Trey, so you don't have to walk it back later.
I understand you sitting here in an air-conditioned room with 3 fans blowing on you, and you're in the comfort of your own.
I am perfectly media savvy. I only throw you in the bus when I want to.
Exactly. And Trey McBride, I'm sure he's just sitting there talking with the guys and go, yeah, hey, I notice.
I have a feeling that's what happened.
I noticed. I walk out there and I see a bunch of Seattle green.
He's talking with 2 young guys that played football, know what it's like.
Yeah.
One of them's from here.
Yes.
Was saying his comments, I never saw a Cardinals hat, which I don't know. He must have been blind. Because my whole life I'd seen Cardinals gear around town, even when they were 2 and whatever at Sun Devil Stadium. So I don't know what circles he was running in when he lived here.
Well, up in North Wisconsin.
And grew up, I know, Chaparral. The Chaparral.
Yeah.
And then he's making those comments, so you I get it. But it's just being media savvy enough to, oh, man, I see Cardinals hats all the time, See them all the time out there. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I'd like to see more of them in the stands.
Yeah, you could phrase it that way.
Hey, when we score against Seattle, I'd like to hear a lot of cheering around and some booing.
I don't think people are going to turn on Trey for those comments.
No.
I think some did, but it's more of but like I said, I think people are going to realize that's just a young kid. A lot of times when the spotlight hits you for the first time, you're like, this is easy. This is cool. What's his name with the Rams? Michio Paku or whatever. Puka. Michio Paku. Puka. Wow, Ethan knows Puka's name.
Yeah.
That was quick. Right? Gets hit in the face with the spotlight. Unassuming kid. Nobody paid attention to him. And all of a sudden, everyone's paying attention to him. And trouble right out the gate. It hits you hard. It hits you fast. What I'm saying is give these guys some media training, people here, Cardinals. They need it. They need it. So hopefully Marv isn't that hurt. He was showing some discomfort in his midsection yesterday. I didn't see what happened, but I heard he fell on it. He got a ball and fell on it. And again, ball hit him right in the hands, Dale, and he dropped it. And
I refuse to start off negative, Steve. You can, you will, you do.
Oh, Ethan says it was Marv's back.
Oh.
That's not good. You don't want a receiver with back injuries before it even starts. That it, Dale. I think that's all the bad news we got for everybody today.
Boy, then the show's over with.
Daniel Jones said on Pat McAfee's show this morning he's fully cleared from the torn Achilles he suffered in December. You think he can come back from an Achilles tear in December? He says he'll be on the field for the start of training camp this week. That's one hell of a recovery because that thing was, wow.
Is he in Indianapolis?
Indianapolis.
Oh.
Yeah, remember he went there and they had great. He was leading them.
Yeah.
They fell apart after he got hurt.
Yeah, well, they ended up signing
No,
a guy out of the league for 10 years.
Forgot about that. So, yeah, I can tell you this: a couple insiders around the Diamondbacks are saying, Ketel Marte, the unfollowing has nothing to do with the trade. Diamondbacks have told the insiders, at least, there's no way they're trading him here. It's 6 days to go.
Yeah,
Which means he's upset about something,
right.
and they're not going to trade. I don't know if that's good.
Well, I was gonna say,
Is that good?
things obviously can change in 5 days.
Right.
You know,
Right. I just like I said, I see patterns and stuff to that. In the lineup on the 23rd, scratched an hour later with a back issue, played all weekend. Unfollows them.
something's up in Smallsville.
Something was said or something he didn't like, and this is his like standoff. This is his thing in the ground, right?
Flag in the ground.
Yeah. Chris Sims is talking about Kyle Shanahan's information delay on the program today. I don't know what he's saying, but I'm fascinated by that story. I get it. It's private. Like I said, I get it. It's private. But just to even go, hey, Kyle Shanahan was in an accident. He's all right.
Yeah.
Badly bruised. He's going to have to miss the beginning of training camp in 11 days. He had a back concussion. You just say that.
Right.
Even in a press release, you say that. Keep it quiet. It's weird to me, man.
That is.
And then the media went along with it. Now, it happened at the time where nobody's around. None of the beat writers are at the facility because nobody's practicing.
Right.
Everybody's on vacation. Coaches are on vacation and all that stuff. So it's easy to hide it in this period. Any other time of the year, you ain't hiding that. People are going to notice Kyle Shanahan's not around.
Yes, he's going to miss practice. And yeah. Hey.
Or even in April, after OTAs end, they're still there working and stuff to
Right.
that. So it happened at the right time. So it's going to be fascinating to see. But my bigger worry there is you're just not going to be able to trust any information around the NFL moving forward, especially when it looks like they colluded with ESPN to put it out. We talked about that earlier as well. So Nathaniel Hackett, he implied James Conner's the leading candidate to be running back one. Everybody else is saying it's Jeremiah Love and not close. Nathaniel Hackett's going to screw this whole thing up, isn't he, Dale?
Well, as your best friend at the afternoon show at 98.7 has said, the one thing about Hackett is he will not be calling plays.
I agree with that. I would be upset if he was calling plays. He's there to help out LaFleur.
Yeah.
He's helped to be his eyes,
Although,
his thing, and Nathaniel Hackett's really good, by the way, at the role he's in with it. He's had success at that role. He hasn't had success calling plays or being a head coach or anything to that.
Right.
He's had success at his role with the Cardinals. So that is a plus. But you do have to worry about his judgment. But he's also the guy that goes up there and he's just mouthpiecing it, right?
Yeah, but if he's mouthpiece, that means he heard it from somebody else.
No, that's what I mean. Somebody told him, like, go up there and say Connor's the number one guy today. So we know it's going to be Love, right? All right, folks, we're out of here on this Monday. Everybody have fun. We'll see you on Tuesday, everybody. 8 a.m., 8 to 10 as well. Follow us on YouTube at TME Media AZ. Really quick, Ethan said, I want to see Beck or Gardner and not Jacoby. I know Ethan's not on the Jacoby bandwagon out
Who
there.
cares what he thinks?
Robert says, didn't Jalen have comments about Bronny? Yeah, he's the one that said he didn't belong in the league. And now him and LeBron are teammates. I wonder if they had that talk before before LeBron signed there. Well, here's the other side of it. Jaylen Brown wasn't wrong.
No.
Papa Mike says, it sounds like Steven has a plan to get them to the over. It's all about Steven winning his bet, I guess. Like it's $10. It's not about winning it. I just think they're gonna overperform a little bit this year. And make everybody mad that they don't have the number one draft pick.
Yeah. They're going to play just good enough.
They're going to probably be in place for the number 1 draft pick, and they're going to win. They're going to beat the Jets and get knock out of it, and not be able to get back into it again as well. Papa Mike says, exactly, Steven. Some people will never be happy. He said he did good by brushing it off. There's brushing it off, like I said, and then there's, I don't know. I don't want to use the word attacking. I don't know. Better ways to answer that. And then Papa Mike says, could the thought process be the Cardinals want to keep Beck out as long as he can for development? If so, he'll probably be starting in week 3 after number 1 and 2 getting hurt. That's issue number 2.
Oh, good.
How hurt are those guys going to get banged up with his offense out there as well? No, you keep him out because he's still got to learn, practice, all of that stuff. They'll talk more about that tomorrow, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, 8 o'clock as well, 8 to 10. McCollum on Business. Don't forget, we're back to our 5-day schedule. If you listen closely, you'll hear Dale's grumbling. See you tomorrow, everybody. Have a great one.
Missed you on Friday, Steve.